broad idea, you know. Artificial intelligence, actually, it's not like one discipline where you have mathematics or statistics or physics, things like that. It's not like that. It's a very broad interdisciplinary concept, and there are many disciplines that actually feed artificial intelligence, like computer science being one of the most important ones. And then you have statistics, then you have a deep knowledge of programming, then one should have a very broad knowledge of optimization, things like that. Now, having said that, there are, of course, computer science, statistics, I mean, optimization, these themselves are like, I mean, individual disciplines, right? Now, not everything probably is necessary for artificial intelligence. So I think one can say that, for example, from statistics, what one needs is mainly the applied statistics side. I mean, applied part of statistics with different kinds of models, algorithms. From computer science, similarly, one can talk about different algorithms, machine learning methods. From programming also, one has to look at a functional knowledge of programming and managing and managing data and like working with data and all these things. In general, machine learning seems to be the main vehicle for artificial intelligence, right? Machine learning is the main vehicle. I mean, they're not two different things, and they're not the same thing as well. So machine learning essentially is feeding artificial intelligence. There are a lot of other things, but primarily one needs to know of one needs to have very deep understanding of machine learning methods, along with many other things. But then the question is, one can definitely, I mean, so it's not the same kind of knowledge that everyone needs, right? So if somebody is managing it from the technical side, they would need one sort of skills, and if somebody is managing from the and if somebody is looking at it from the management side, then they would need some other set of skills, right? So that also has to be kept in mind. So if I'm talking about a core technology discipline, then people would be leaning more towards machine learning methods, applied statistics, algorithms, optimization, etc. While somebody who is looking at it from the management side, of course, they would need a functional knowledge of all these things. On top of it, they would also know how to manage this kind of technologies, right? So the management of technologies, engineering management is something which is extremely important from the management side. And also there is one more thing that will come, I mean, over and above all these things, which is the ethics side.
The statement that Professor Mitra said, I so much agree with that. Machine learning is at the heart of this AI today, and what you have been also reiterating, Bhargav. Like, you know, the the pattern recognition, recognizing the patterns in the data that we see today that come to a system, understanding, recognizing those patterns, remembering those patterns, applying them in a situation similar to that, because no two situations are exactly alike, you know, they're unlikely to be too alike. And and then also coming up with little bit of improvisations on those patterns. So what we call next best action. This is at the heart of artificial intelligence. So you come up with a pattern, this kind of people, they usually buy this kind of things in Amazon, right? That's kind of a pattern recognition. This kind of people at this age stage from this area with this kind of, you know, background and with this kind of past search history, probably they will buy next thing, this one. So trying to recommend that, it's a fantastic problem. I mean, Amazon, Flipkart, many of the e-commerce portals have been trying to do that. When I was in IBM, we have been trying to do the same for a very interesting company in Korea. It's called Lotte. And what they were doing, their application was something like this. Friday evening, there is a young Korean girl. She wants to go out to party and she does not know which dress to wear. So she takes out her camera, iPhone, points it at the wardrobe, takes a picture, and say, hey, kind of, mirror, mirror kind of question. Hey, tell me, Lotte, what should I wear tonight? You know what is the trend going on in Seoul, Korea? You know the weather. It's a little bit drizzling, not that hot, not too cold. The latest trends are, say, red polka dots on yellow, background, floral dresses. And by the way, this is the kind of cut and this is the kind of things going on. And you know what I bought from you, in last 6 months, 1 year. You see the picture of the wardrobe that I have. Can you recommend me something? And that recommendation comes back within 10, 15 seconds. Oh, looks like this is one I would recommend you to go for, right? I know what's the kind of things you like, and I know what's the kind of trend that Seoul is going on, and I know the weather, and I know a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is the best thing that I can recommend you based on certain data and patterns that I recognize in this situation that is similar, akin to something that I saw in the past. This is a fantastic example. And when we rolled this out, Lotte was like, it was one of the most innovative solutions. So, but where exactly is the innovation? There are many such recommendation engines in the market. But the innovation actually lies in the heart of that math, stats, some of the stuff that that is at the heart of. That's what universities do, like IIM Udaipur and many other institutes, right? They are teaching people how to recognize those patterns mathematically, statistically validate them, and go for the next best thing, next best action.
I don't think we have much doubt about the good things that AI can offer, right? I mean, if we can bring intelligent systems right around us, be it in engineering, be it in management, be it in medical, I think more is better, right? In this sense, always. But at the same time, of course, as you rightly pointed out, there are some challenges, right? Like I think, my belief is that we are right now seeing the development of AI. Right now, slowly it is actually getting into every corner of our lives, right? So to fully understand the challenges that it poses, I think it will take some more time, first of all. That what are the challenges that, the bad things, what are the bad things that AI can really offer, right? So I think it is still, we need still some time collectively to understand those kind of challenges. But some of the things that we can very superficially talk about is that I mean so some one of the worries that many people have, in fact personally I have, many people also have, that when you are with the internet, when you are doing something, when you are on a social media platform, is it like, I mean what are all the things that you are, so are you being watched all the time, so because once you build something that you also do not know that what are all the things that you are, what are all the things that you are offering to it, right? Are you being watched all the time? So if you are being watched, then what kind of, so that's even if that, even if you discard that as a simple bug, are you being watched? Who cares if I'm being watched? I don't care if I'm being watched. Maybe I'm saying personally, somebody may say that I do not care even if I'm being watched in whatever in whatever I'm doing. I'm reading some articles. I'm reading some. I'm planning a trip. I do not care if some of the things. But even then, there are some deeper questions in the sense that all these things, I think this has been an issue that people have been bothered about, that you know how the algorithms in social media and things like perform, right? I mean, there are groups. I mean, so there are different groups. You are shown different kinds of ads. You are shown different kinds of groups. So one very philosophical challenge to me, it seems like. I mean, are you just hearing echoes of what we are already thinking or what we are believing already, you know? So that way, are we being restricted in a way to our own thinking, and are we listening only to them who think alike, you know? I mean, then what happens to the diversity in general, you know? So this is something that I do not really know, I mean, how to overcome. Of course, nobody knows, I believe, and in our times, but over the time, I think something of this sort has to be. So another thing is that, you know, this personalized search, you know, this personalized search, and so whenever you are on, I mean, this too much customization. I mean, is it actually restricting your intellectual boundaries in some way, you know? Because if you can really look at things completely unconditionally, then probably you would have a different set of views, right? So I think these are some issues which I do not think that even the, I mean, of the best of scientists have been able to solve. I'm sure, I mean, collectively it will take some more time, long time, to even understand these challenges fully and to come to some kind of conclusion. But yeah, that's as a beginning. Yeah. Depending on which side of AI one is focusing on, I think this skill set will vary. So from a very general perspective, I mean, if I talk about in general, you know, what are all the skills that one needs to have when somebody is getting prepared for a career in AI, right? So to begin with, at the base, I think one should have a solid foundation of mathematics and statistics courses. You know, like understanding of optimization methods in applied mathematics, like or optimization as in different kinds of I mean, optimization algorithms, finding the optimal solutions. And in statistics, one should have a solid understanding of probability, because probability and AI are very interrelated, you know. I mean, so one should have a solid understanding of probability, one should have solid understanding of basic statistical tools. Then going ahead, one should also have understanding of computer science courses, some of the things like algorithms, how algorithms work, what are the general things, how can one prepare an algorithm, things like that. One should have a good knowledge of functional programming, right? Like, I mean, it's a solid base for programming one should have. These are the groundworks for any AI related course, I mean, AI related career.
I would also expect them to have good environmental awareness, guys who are environmentally aware, so that they can connect all these dots in the context of a business problem. So people who follow the social, political, business, all kinds of trends, technology trends today in the world, so that they can constantly think about all that I have learned in my school, in my university. By school, I mean the university. How do I go and connect these dots and solve these business problems in a way that really impacts the decision makers or the humans in that society in general? So you have to have that environmental awareness, without which you will not have, you cannot imagine the applications of AI.